Ta-da! We are back, we are back, we are back. Oh yes, I'm super excited. We have 100 subscribers. I don't have my combo, the dongle, what's it called? I don't have it here, but thank you so much, my friends, my family, my fans. If I have any now, I'm grateful. Thank you. And this is our second episode. The first one, I had to introduce myself. But this time around, I have a guest with me that will be talking and educating us on her life journey and also giving us some advice and tips on how to navigate through life. You know, as a child, you have one particular person we always look up to as children. And whilst I grew up, I had just one person that was my support system. I call her my powerhouse because she's nothing short of that. She has been everything and she is still everything to me and everyone around her. So before I introduce, I'll need you to guess. And the first person that will be able to guess would win. That will be the person that will comment on my comment section. So I'll need you to guess. But how do I even wrap that up or get the winner? But just guess. If you are able to guess and you win something from me. But yes, before I do a formal introduction, I'd want to say, please, if you are yet to subscribe, please do subscribe, comment, and like. Also, refer this channel to your friends, family, and loved ones because it's going to be an amazing journey. Trust me, we have loads of things in store for you, and you do not want to miss any episode for anything. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thank you. So, with me, I have the most beautiful, tenacious, graceful, one of a kind, the strongest woman I know. And if you guessed my mom, you're right. So please, with Jesus' joy and happiness, please let's welcome Lady Gloria Ngozi. Thank you so much, ma'am, for honoring our invitation. We are pleased and honored to have you here. Please do us a formal introduction.
Thank you so much. I'm very glad to be here. And I want to say that I am most honored to be here this evening. My name is Lady Gloria Ngozi. I am so happy to be here this evening to tell us a little because I cannot actually say all. If I want us to continue, I don't think we are going to exhaust the whole days talking about it. Yeah, my life history is something that when I look back, I just lift up my hands and say, God, you are wonderful. As a young girl, I got married at the age of 20 after my secondary school. And as a young girl who is into marriage, that zeal to go on in life, to become something great, which I have been desiring, was there. And along the line, my husband, who is unfortunately late now, my lovely husband, late Prince Fidelis Ebo, he thought it wise that, oh dear, let us just focus on the family, because I want to tell us that before anything in life, family comes first. So he actually told me, dear, let's take time and have our children and be the caregiver, take care of our children. Then you can let her go back to school. And I obliged. And I was doing that very well. After my first child, then the second one, the urge was there. I could not resist it to go back to school. So on one fateful morning, I was just listening to the telly. And I heard about a school, that's Boas Institute of Fashion and Designing in Benin. I heard about it and I said, oh, why don't I try and see if I can go into this school instead of, sitting idly, I didn't tell my husband. So I did on my own. I took that initiative and that bold step and I move on. I don't know my whereabouts, but I don't know how it happened. And I move into action.
So, Ma, can you tell us where you are right now? Because I'll be wondering after the demise of your husband, what happened? Because I heard you saying he's late now, he's late now, he's late now. So, how is life after his demise?
Oh, well, I just want
Hope
to.
I'm not trying to.
No.
Okay, okay.
I just want to thank God for the life well spent. It doesn't matter the years that somebody spent his or her life on earth before going to meet his creator. What matters is the legacy such one has left behind. And I tell you, my husband is one of his kind. He's a rare gem. You cannot find him anyhow. He's
Okay.
a man that every girl desires to get as a husband. He cares for everyone. He goes all out for his family. I cannot quantify
Even
it,
for
but
strangers.
I just want him to, wherever he is, when I look back and I say, God, thank you for giving me such a sweet soul. So, yeah, he's gone, but I tell you, he's there praying for me and the entire family, the children, because he fought resiliently to live, but God said, my son, you have done well, come home. So my prayer is that the good Lord will grant his soul, sweet soul, eternal rest. After his demise, it wasn't easy though. He would have lived for 35 or thereabout, 35 years or so before he passed on. If I tell you it is easy, but it has been God all the way. That same God that has brought us together. Now one partner is gone and the other one is still there. And imagine when the workload is for two and now it's just one. But I want to thank God for all he has done all these years after my husband died. He has been there for me and the children. He has never abandoned me. When I look back, I will always say, oh, if it has not been the Lord who has been on our side. So after his death and all that, I decided to stay in Benin, you know. But with the children, God gave me a loving children, very caring and wonderful children that everyone will always wish to have. God gave me wonderful children. They thought it wise. My daughter here and her other siblings, they thought it wise that I should come to Port Harcourt, to relocate to Port Harcourt. They felt that being there in Benin all alone, but I don't have a little child again, they are all grown up, that mommy, it is better you come over to Port Harcourt. It wasn't an easy decision, my dear. I refused. I told my children, I said, how would I leave all that I have labored for? No. I told her I cannot. But, finally I thought it wise, and my brothers and the late wife also told me, listen to your children. That your husband now you have. Listen to them. And so finally I relocated to Port Harcourt. Again, I came back to God again. Said, God, if you want me to be in Port Harcourt, I don't want to stay idle. I want to go for my master's in Uniport. Because that's been my another desire after my university.
You had a lot of desire. And I can tell you for sure that God has just been waiting for you. My daughter, what else do you want to ask for?
Yes. So even while after my university, then I want to go back to my Uniben for my master's. My husband was asked, just calm down, just give me time. I didn't know why he was saying it, but as a man, I was saying, okay, let me just calm down. He'll get better. So finally, when he passed on, and I was asked to relocate to Port Harcourt, I told my children, I said, if you want, I now come back to God again. Said, now I have relocated to Port Harcourt. I cannot just sit down idle doing nothing. I'm
Because
still strong and active. God, you have to keep me busy. I need to be busy. So I fall back to my tree. I said, I want to go back to my school. I was telling my daughter, I said, Mommy, calm down. Just take it easy. one thing at a time. I said, okay. I love myself for listening. That's one thing I should ask, that every girl child, or every female, in short, every person should have that listening ear. No matter how small or how little that person might be to you, listen. That person, in any
God can
nonsense,
speak. God can
there's
speak.
always a sense in what that person is telling you. It wasn't easy for me then, but at a particular stage, I had to say, let me listen to what these children are telling me. I had to stay, in Port Harcourt and start. Imagine 35 years
Of being busy and being the CEO of a multinational.
And you are asked to come and start all over, not having your space, not having, my dear, it's not easy. But I thank God for His grace. And I said, okay, God, give me something doing. That's another testimony. And God gave me a shop. And that shop, another testimony of God's goodness again. That shop have been there for a whole year. The owner didn't give it out to anybody. People have been coming for that shop. She said, no, I'm not giving it to anybody. Till when I came to Port Harcourt. And I was telling God, I need a shop where I can at least start up something. Let me start from somewhere. And lo and behold, I met this lady in the church, that same church that I'm always going. And that spirit said, go and meet her. Tell her to give you a job. And I just met her. Hello. After introducing myself, he said, please, I need a shop. You have one? He said, how did you know I had a shop? I said, I don't know, but my spirit asked me to tell you. That was how she took me to the owner of the shop. And the woman said, madam, I just like you. You must be a lucky woman, because even my best friend asked for this shop and I refused. And she said, it is all yours.
Can you give us some of this grace, please? I need just a little, just a bit.
So, even the husband she took me to the husband. The husband said, wow, madam, you must be a lucky woman. My wife refused giving her this shop to people, even to her best friend. I said, that's God speaking. So that was how the Lord gave me the shop at Rumi Bakery here. And do you know the funniest part of it? While I was there, I was telling my daughter, can I convert this shop to a counseling? Because there's something in me that is always that thing I've been disturbed. That's the desire to go into counseling, talking to people. I can spend hours talking to people.
Obviously, because you've been spending hours.
I love talking to people. And my joy is that at the end of the day, that person will live better than when. Yes, that's my joy. And I will continue calling you. So how are you doing? So, that is me. So, and I just want to thank God for my late parent that gave me that name, Gloria. Gloria is the glory of God. I do pray with my name. I tell God, my name is Gloria. So your glory must be revealed in my life. And even to my children, their name speaks for them. Because before I give them names, I prayerfully follow it. All my children, they have their testimony, 5 of them. I am a living testimony of what God does. I am AS. My husband is AS. We never knew we got into marriage. But do you know the testimony?
Okay.
God is awesome.
Yes.
So that's how I got the shop. And from there, I was in the shop. The shop is barely 3 years now. But go there, you see the glory of God in that shop. So there I was there, still believing and hoping to go back to school, which has been my desire. Last year, by God's grace again, the Lord used my brother again, Cosma says, he called, he said, my sister, you are talking about cancer. There's this online program that is on. It's about